Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I apologize about the lighting. I just read something that really scared the crap out of me. It's something that's kind of been in the back of my mind because I remember when it happened. A girl in Europe, 29, she might have been 27. 29 years old maybe, a very beautiful girl. She was diagnosed with a borderline personality disorder. Now, you remember that. We'll get back to that. Okay. She was allowed doctor-assisted unaliving. Because they claimed there was no hope for her, of her illness ever getting better. Now, borderline personality disorder. Here's a little history lesson for you. Back when I was 27, I went to the mental health system. I went to the state. I've talked about it in my other videos. I had case management. Now, this particular place that they sent me to specialized in DBT. DBT is the treatment program for borderline personality disorder. They said I had a borderline personality disorder, and I kept saying, no, I don't. First of all, what's a normal personality, guys? Is that going to Target and fighting over Stanley Cups? Is it hoarding toilet paper? Because that's the kind of stuff that normal people do. And here I was sitting there in frickin' psychosis and fluctuating between depression and mania. But they told me I had a borderline personality disorder, and therefore I was punished for everything about myself. I like to dye my hair and change my hair a lot. That was used against me. Couldn't decide on a career, even though 100 years ago I wouldn't have been expected to have one. That was used against me. My interpersonal relationships were freaking terrible. That's because people were fucking mean to me. And, I'm not even kidding. I moved because people are fucking cruel, okay? I moved to a new town to start over. So, yeah, I call bullshit on that diagnosis, because they just had seats in a DBT class to fill. So sometimes, professionals have an agenda. They might lead you in the wrong direction, is what I'm saying. So, we can talk more about that later. I don't know about personality disorders. I've always been a little skeptical of them. Borderline personality disorder, they say that you fear abandonment. Okay, so, I would break up with guys. Usually, I've been in a lot of bad relationships, but initially, I'm the one who leaves them. Eventually, I will leave. They used that against me. They said I feared abandonment, and that's why I would break up with people first, when I was actually leaving abusive situations. So, I'm also kind of sick of hearing from professionals whenever something like this is discussed. They'll ask people on the street what they think. They'll ask experts what they think, but they never interview people like me. And I just read an article this morning about euthanasia for mental illness, and they specifically talked about bipolar 1 disorder, which I have. So that's really, really scary to me. So I don't like the notion that we can never get better. And apparently they're starting to do it in Canada now. And one thing I read in that article was that bipolar 1 people don't have autonomy. They're not autonomous. I looked up what that word means, and I think I'm using the right word. It means that you're incapable of decision making. That's not true. I've had full-blown mania, and I was completely capable of decision making. So right there, that's a stigma. Sometimes, when you have mental illness, people think you're an idiot. They think that you can't make decisions, and that's just not true. So I'm just kind of like, dude, are they coming for us? People think I'm overreacting all the time when I talk about the government and their views on people with mental illness. What if this is just the beginning? What if this is going to become the treatment program for treatment resistant depression? Just because their drugs don't work doesn't mean that we're hopeless. So, I'm not going to discredit somebody's suffering, man, because I've been there. But the thing about mental illness is that a lot of time those symptoms are only temporary. It seems like they're gonna go on forever, but they don't. Like right now, like I'm a little like elevated, and like I'm getting worked up about stuff real quick, running my mouth, all that stuff. But like really overall, I'm doing pretty good. And like, what if I was 27 again, and I was in a really bad place, and that evil social worker I had told me to kill myself? That's fucked up, because my life has gotten better since I was 27. And I kind of have things where I want them. So yes, I am offended. I'm not overreacting. So y'all just look this stuff up. Know you're not alone. And I will talk to you later. Bye.